PA Zoo. And so yeah, I'm gonna show y'all everything that I've done. Come over here, you got some people working all in the area. Over here. Okay, to our left over here, we have the wolves. They are part of the canine family, and yes, I've built a little den in there, and their habitat is rocks. They love to be in rocks and stay in rocks. To the right of them, we have the polar bears, or the bears. And here we have their also a little cave that they like to sleep in at night. That's where they sleep in at night. Okay, and here, um, and here to our left we have, this is where the elephants, this is where they sleep in whenever they're sleeping, you can see them. And here we got the car that picks up the elephants whenever they need to go to the doctor. Okay, to our left we have the store that you can buy the pet or the little plush elephants. They're $2 plus tax, and from here you can see a view of the elephants. Okay, next we have the giraffes, which they are very funny and they stick their head out of the glass, which is funny. And this is their habitat. They have water, some trees to keep the shade, and eat the leaves. And also, once you come up here, this is the feeding stand where you can feed the giraffes and eat all the leaves and stuff. The leaves are in the barrel, and you grab them, and then you feed them that. Next, we have the beavers, which are, their habitat is a river which has a dam and that block the other side. But right now, I think the beavers are under the dam. They're probably in their little hole, which I cannot fit under, so I cannot go into there, but they can. Next up, we have our mice, which they live in this habitat with a rocky mountain and a sand dune type thing. And back there, you can kind of see a little moss, but I don't know if you can quite see it. It's hard to see. Next, we have our red pandas, and their habitat is a lot of trees, and they like to climb them. And now they're resting because they're tired from a long day. Next, we have a food court with where all the people sit to eat. They all have their own plates, and they all sit here. Next, this is where all the chicken is sold right here in this pudding. And then right here, these are slushies, and these are French fries, and those are some just soda drink. This is soda. And then right here, this is the other side of the elephants where you can see them. They have a big thing to stand under whenever it rains. They have their dirt that they like to use as sunscreen to use their trunks and spray it up on top of them. Next, we have our foxes. This I didn't. There was nothing that was a fox, so I had to make my own, and this is how I made mine. It's very funny. My favorite is the face and the ears. Over here, you have the walruses, which live in snow, and they like to swim around, and they also have a lot of fish that in their lake, so they can come around and eat them whenever they need to, or if they're hungry, they can just come and get them. They're very funny creatures. To our left, we have the gorillas. These big creatures are very strong, and they could knock down a tree pretty easily, I feel like. But I'm not sure, so they like to live in the jungle. Over here, we have the koalas, which there are some down the ground and there's some up in the trees. There's a lot of in the trees. You can find them in a lot of places, and they also live like in a jungle type wood area. Next, this is Australia, which are the koalas, and the kangaroos, which are over here. And the to our left, we have the kangaroos, which their area is like Australia, like a wasteland, and they like to be in the open with all the grass. Which we're going to take the other one in just a little bit. And this is all the overview of the kangaroos and their habitat. Over here we have the monkey habitat, which is definitely by far one of my favorite. My other favorite you'll get to see in just a little bit. This is my favorite, and it's the monkey habitat, which they have water coming out of a tree, and it's a nice river and a big tree that they like to climb up on. There's also a lot up in the trees. This is my other favorite, the hippopotamus habitat. It's it's like a mountain with a waterfall coming out of it, and it ends in a cave, and it's definitely one of my favorite. My favorite about the hippopotamuses of how funny and big they are, which they're actually very dangerous in real life. But in this, they look very silly. Over here we have the lions, and they are very big, and they can bite. If you got bit by them, it would hurt very bad. They like to live out, not know what they're doing, but the lions like to live in the jungle type wooded area, like type wastelands area. They like to live a lot of places, a lot of different types. They don't really care. Over here to our right, we have the tigers, which like to live in the jungle area. They are very dangerous also. Over here we have the cats, which they like to get up in the trees, or in their water hole. You can barely see them, so it's hard to find them, so they're somewhere in here. This is our reptile house, right here, which is you have to make sure it's dark, because reptiles like darkness. So you have to put the blinds over the windows and keep it dark and put a black roof. Okay. To our right here we have the tree frog with this little tree, and it likes to bounce around everywhere. It really likes it, and it changes colors sometimes. This is the salamander, and it's in its habitat with some water. And this snake over here is very glitchy. It like messes up, so it goes through the walls. But it's really big. It's a anaconda, and it has its habitat, or not habitat. It's just where he stays. Next, we will be going to a train station. Or we'll be showing you some more, and then go to a train station. So my favorite is definitely probably the train. It's the most fun, and it's really cool. Okay, we are near the train station, which right here to our left we have the gorillas, and to the right we have the monkey habitat. Right here you can see this is where the pigs are, and they got all their mud and dirt they like to stay in their water, and their tree they can stay under. They get all cooled off whenever they're hot and roll in the mud. Over here we got the moose, which sometimes they like to hide. We'll come back in just a little bit and see if they came out. And press the W key, and then you're good. Now it just goes by itself. Oh, this messed up. I gotta fix it. Okay, guys, now we're gonna go on a train. So here we go. All you gotta do is press the W key, and it just goes automatically by itself now. Here we go. Okay, to our left, we have the gorilla habitat, and to our right, we have the fox habitat. We go over the big bridge. To our left, we have the koalas, and to our right, we have the walruses. Okay, we are coming up on the next train station, which you can get off if you would like, but I'm just going to keep going to show you the rest. Okay, here we go. We're going around back into the zoo to see everything. To our left, we have the hippopotamuses. To our right, we have the tigers. We're going over a bridge once again. Here we go. Okay, to our left, we have the lions, and to our right, we have the cats, which they like to stay in the trees and hide in their water hole. Okay, we're about back to the last station. It's going to kick you out automatically once you get up here. And that's the end. Hope you enjoyed.